I'm going to have my friend with me today, Barry the bee, as we read a story about how a seed turns into a sunflower. There goes the bear. Do you think this is a good story, Barry? Barry says yes. Seeds to sunflowers. Did you know that bees can take pollen from flowers, sprinkle it around for all the other flowers so they can grow really healthy, and it also can make honey? Seeds to sunflowers. What is a sunflower, you may ask? A sunflower is a type of plant. Most plants have roots and stems and leaves. Plants grow all over the world except the coldest and driest places. Most sunflowers are yellow. Stems grow up towards the light. They have leaves and flowers. Here's the stems, and they go towards the sun. Roots hold the plant in the soil and they soak up all the water. Plants need air, sunlight, and water to grow, just like us. The story of a sunflower. Sunflowers grow in the garden and parks. Farmers also plant them in the fields so they can sell the seeds. A seed is no bigger than your fingernail. Have a look at your fingernail. Yep, that's the size of a seed. But each seed can grow into a tall sunflower. The story of a seed grows into a plant is called a life cycle. Here's the seed. Then it shoots. That's the shoot, and it shoots up to the sun. And then the flower. Is that really little, slightly bigger. And then the big flower. Just like us, we grow too, don't we? Inside a seed holds the beginnings of a new plant. It also contains food for the plant when it starts to grow. A sunflower seed has a hard shell. It might be black or black with cream stripes. Can you see? This one's black with cream stripes, and then this one here is just black. The seeds grow in the middle of the flower of the head. If you open a sunflower seed, you can see the store of food inside. In here? Do you know some people eat sunflower seeds? You can eat them. This giant redwood is the largest tree in the world. It is 115 meters tall. But its seeds are tiny. Each seed is only a few millimeters long. A redwood tree makes pine cones. Have you seen pine cones before in your backyard? I've seen pine cones in my backyard. The first shoot. When a sunflower seed is planted in the soil and watered, it may begin to grow. This is called germination. The seed's outer shell softens and splits open. A tiny root grows from the seed down into the soil. So here's the seeds being planted. Then we have a shoot and it pushes through the soil. The shoot grows bigger. See, it's green. You can see the shell on the outside still. A few days later, a shoot begins to grow. The young plant is called a seedling. So the outer shell now has fallen off, and now two small green leaves have opened. You see the shoot? And this is called a seedling. Sprouting and growing. Once the seedling has leaves and it makes its own food, the leaves uses sunlight to make food from air and water. All plants need water to make their food and to grow. Do you water your plants at home? The seedling's roots soaks up the water from the soil. The seedling grows bigger and bigger and bigger every day. A sunflower grows fastest in the first few weeks. There's the sunflower. Can you see it now? Do you recognize that flower? The flower opens. In the summertime, a green flower bud forms, but the bud opens up a little bit more, into a big yellow sunflower. The yellow petals around the flat center of the flower head. Can you see? That's the flower head and these are the petals. Butterflies and bees! Barry, you're in the book. This is Barry. Can you see him? He's in the book. Butterflies and bees. Bees and butterflies and other insects are attracted to flowers. They see the bright petals and smell their sweet, sweet nectar. Nectar is full of sugar. It is food for butterflies. Stamens are covered in yellow powder called pollen. And stamens, let me just go back. Here are stamens. Stamens are just the outer of the floral head, the flower head. They're stamens. So they are covered in pollen. As insects sip on the nectar, they are coated in pollen. Insects carry the pollen from one plant to the carpels of another plant. So do you see the pollen? It sticks to the bee's legs, and each time they fly, it sprinkles a bit of pollen here and a bit of pollen here and a bit of pollen here, and it helps the flowers grow. New seed grow. Grains of pollens grow down into the carpels. They join with the eggs inside the flower head. This is called fertilization. Each sunflower head holds hundreds of seeds. By the end of the summer, the plant looks old and tired, but it is still alive. It is growing lots of healthy seeds. The seeds swell and turn black. The seeds are collected and used to make food for people and for pets. So that's how when we get sunflower seeds. So when it becomes winter and the sunflower seeds come off the sunflower, that's how we can eat them. Spreading the seeds. The seeds are ripe and full of food. They fall to the ground or even eaten by birds. Squirrels and mice also eat sunflower seeds. They climb up the stems to reach the seeds or collect them from the ground. They might drop the seeds or bury them. When spring comes, the seeds that are in good soil begin to germinate. They will grow into new plants and a whole life cycle will begin again. The end. So, we need to make sure that we water the plants. The plants have air and what's the big yellow thing in the sky? The sun, that's right. They're three things that help the sunflowers bloom and turn into sunflowers. Also, what do we need to look after? We need to look after our bees like Barry. Thanks, Barry, because Barry creates the pollen and puts it on all the other flowers to help them grow. So we'll work with you so you can work with us. Thank you.